Welcome back. You're still watching the Daily Debate, and to be shedding more light on the main topic of the program for tonight, I'm honored to be having with me over the phone Dr. Hamdy Barghout, the Professor of Maritime and Logistics Expert. Thank you very much, Dr. Hamdy, for being with us tonight on the Daily Debate. Dr. Hamdy Barghout.
Yes, sir.
Yes, can you hear me now?
Sure.
Yes, of course, as we did state at the beginning of the episode that Egypt was winning or did win a seat on the General Assembly of the Council of the International Maritime Organization for the years between 2026 until 2028. The elections took place on Friday in London. How do you see the significance and the importance of such a win?
Well, let me first explain something very interesting for you to know, that the election results having several categories actually. The first category, the state of large interest in providing international shipping services. You know, it's 10 seats for China, Greece, Italy, Japan, Liberia, Norway, Panama, Republic of Korea, and the United States. Actually, the category number B states with large interest in international seaborne trade, while Egypt has been in category number C, whereas the country interest in developing the maritime services for their countries, and Egypt among this category C. Whereas we have Panama, Belgium, Chile, also Cyprus and Finland, Indonesia. I think Jamaica and Malaysia also inclusive, Mexico, Morocco, Nigeria, and Saudi Arabia and Qatar. However, this part of the assembly is to set the strategic plan. Egypt is now among the membership of people who is setting the new strategic plan, not only for 2028 but 2029 as well, because you know the category C with 20 seats, they have a special interest in geographic representation in the IMO, because International Maritime Organization is taking care of the maritime business worldwide. And they divided this into three separate categories. Countries who is interested in financing the new project, etc., and setting new regulations. And the countries who is interested in developing the maritime system in their countries, and only in their countries, but also in the region. Likewise, Egypt. And Egypt, for instance, as geographical sites, and we all know that Suez Canal is one of the most important transit for the international trade of the seaborne trade, representing almost 10% of the total international trade, whereas it's almost 10.9 billion ton used to be transported by sea. Egypt representing 10% out of this, which is a huge quantity. And not only that, but also Egypt having its big numbers of ports in the Mediterranean as well as in the Red Sea. So Egypt as a maritime country, or country geographically representing the maritime or the marine business, is one of the most important country worldwide in this respect. Actually, when we have one seat out of 20 for the people who have special interest in geographic representation, this is really regaining of our role in the history, because you know Egypt were the first country ever in the whole world who made the first maritime map for the African navigational route, It was in the ancient Egypt, and up till today, IMO is celebrating this, by the way, and raising a special prize for the best navigational map, being nominated lately for a scientist who is from Cyprus, I think, or Turkey, no, Cyprus, and this is by the name of Akhnouch, the expert, the ancient expert who made the first navigational route map for the ancient world. Egypt is really regaining possession, lost before, and we are regaining it in a way or another. In the meantime, after the settlement, the peace settlement of Gaza and the Houthis obstacles, we are also regaining our position in the saving time and money for the international trade crossing the Suez Canal, and regaining the big numbers of vessels crossing canal in daily basis, whereas we reached almost 65 vessels per day, and we are looking forward to reach 90 vessels per day very soon. And this is really will affect positively the maritime maritime business, and that's why all the members were accepting Egypt as among the 20 seats for special interest geographical representation.
Yes, Dr. Hamdy, do you think that the things that you have explained, whatever you have explained for the past 5 to 10 minutes regarding the importance and the significance of the admittance of Egypt into the International Maritime Organization Council for the years between 2026 and 2028, can this be representing a leap for Egypt to be making it an international maritime hub for the future?
Definitely, because we are not lacking any expert in developing the maritime the maritime business worldwide. We have had several researches, whereas it's affecting the decision making in IMO since long. And nowadays, when we have a voice, it's another story. That because we are going to vote positively for any or against any something, even though obstacles in worldwide, not only in the territory of the Egyptian territory, Red Sea and the Mediterranean. We are not lacking any experience to share force and share experience with the other seats in order to come out of it with the right decision in all aspects relevant to the maritime business worldwide.
Yes, on the other hand, how do you see, Dr. Hamdy, the importance of the Suez Canal and the new Suez Canal, which was inaugurated under the tenure of His Excellency President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, to the same end, to be leading Egypt to be being one of the international maritime hubs?
Well, we have actually 3 main routes connecting the seaborne trade worldwide. One of them connecting the Far East to the Europe, passing through the canal, and the other one from the Far East to States, the American continents, and the third one is between Europe and the States. So one of the main routes for trade, maritime trade routes, is passing through the canal. So, and the alternatives of the Suez Canal yet is not available, and it will never be available anyway through the Arab Gulf or through the North route, because we are hosting 40 million TEU per year crossing the canal only for containers. So how about the oil or crude oil or the dry bulk? So we are hosting actually one of the most important trade system for containerized cargo in the whole world, because we are hosting 40 million TEU per year out of 400 million TEU worldwide. So it's almost 10% out of the total containerized cargo used to be transported worldwide. And this is exactly a big number. It's a very important role Egypt is playing. It's saving a hell of money, because we used to calculate the productivity of the vessel by the daily running cost. And the daily running cost the daily running cost by the numbers of days per trip, we are saving at least 10 days for each vessel who is crossing the canal instead of passing through the African continent, the other alternative, we are saving 10 days per vessel. For instance, the vessel, everybody know about the Ever Given, the vessel who hit the bank, the west bank, the east bank of this canal, and stayed 6 days. The daily running cost of such kind of vessel is $150,000 per day. When we save 10 days for them in their trip from the Far East to Europe through the Suez Canal, we are saving them the $1.5 million. Yes. It's a big amount. It's a very big amount of money used to be saved for the international trade, and it is affecting also the freight rate worldwide. Crossing the canal, the Suez Canal, is another story. And everybody working in the marine business knew that Egypt has its role in this.
Yes, Dr. Hamdy Barghout, the Professor of Maritime and Logistics Affairs, thank you very much for being with us tonight on the Daily Debate over the phone. We'll be having a quick break. Stay tuned.